wing it on in here because Mike Silver's walking by. He was looking for, I'm sure he was looking for Clarence. I don't think he was looking for me or you, Joe. I think.
Definitely not looking for Joe.
No.
Okay.
Definitely not looking for me.
I don't mind seeing you. I was absolutely looking for Chill. And the reason why is because, and by the way, I called him twice.
I was on air.
I offered him his phone. I saw your name,
literally.
and I went, if you
And
need
he
to
was
take
like,
it.
So here's the thing. There are very, 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 very few of my peers that I would actually feel obligated to appear on their show in the middle of all this. But that is one because we go all the way back.
Mike, can you give this a little bend up on the microphone?
It's the first time I've been told to be louder in my entire existence.
Yeah, give us more.
I
Cherish
believe.
it.
I don't think that has ever happened and probably never will again. Yeah, so, Chill and I go all the way back to the old days where, and I think your listeners know, he keeps it 100% real, 100% of the time, and I'd like to think I have a similar approach.
I appreciate it, man. We go way back to late nights with Jerry Jones at the owners' meeting, drinking. We're just us in the lobby with Jerry Jones, drinking wine and Johnny Walker Blue, and him telling stories out of school.
That's why you won't ask him the tough questions.
Yeah, you're indebted to him. Chill.
The great thing about Jerry is you actually can.
That's what
He don't care.
Thank you.
Like, let me tell a story. I was at Sports Illustrated in the 90s, so obviously I was around I started in 94, so I was around, covered the 95 championship team extensively. And then it got a little worse, and then the White House happened, and Michael Irvin and all that. And I came to town, during the Irvin trial. It was a disaster. And Jerry knew I was there, so he made sure they brought me up to the suite at the old stadium,
Right.
a couple hours before the game, because I'd been there all week. And he's like, I know why you're here. Now let me give my side. And that's how it's supposed to work. And I wrote an article that was very critical of what was going on. It wasn't an opinion piece, it was just fact. Mm-hmm. But it did have Jerry Jones words in it, and I worked for him at NFL Network. He understood that to be a legitimate network, which I think we were at the time at least, you had to be able to cover it in a real way. And Jerry can take the criticism. You got to deal with it every day, so you guys might touch a nerve a little more because you have to criticize him more.
Well, I think he's going to be okay now because he's no longer the worst GM in town as of last week. So there's
That's right.
Is that the dumbest trade in the history of
what was
sports?
your reaction to that one?
I have sons who were raised big Warrior fans. I grew up as a Warrior fan in L.A., and all my Laker fan friends used to taunt me, including Steve Kerr, who it turns out knows I was right now. Yeah. So my sons really enjoyed, this era in a way that was really special. And now my son is actually on the radio at KMBR every day in San Francisco with Greg Papa and talks about them a lot. And my son Greg, he really took it about as well as I think every Dallas Mavericks fan. Yeah. He does not like the Lakers, and he thought it was just insane. Yeah. So everyone's saying, well, there must be something else. I don't know if there's something else, but Jason Kidd, a proud Cal Bear like me, he didn't look happy.
No, he looked like a hostage.
No, he did. They said, like, hey, me and Jay Kidd have this vision together. And
we're aligned. And
Jason's like, we?
Did you guys get frustrated with Luka's conditioning?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I did a little.
Yeah.
But I didn't care as much because I live in California.
Yeah, I think he's one of the biggest bitch at the refs guy in the league, and that's annoying. And I think the conditioning is annoying. And I think he's one of the 3 best players on the planet, and he's 25 years old.
Yes.
So what are you going to do? You're going to keep playing basketball.
He's unbelievable.
Yeah, still scores 73 in a game and can take you onto the NBA Finals with one leg. But, hey, first-round pick Anthony Davis and Max Christie.
Also, hey, we're trusting it all to Kyrie to be our leader.
yeah, no
what
problem.
What could go wrong?
When has that ever gone wrong?
Nothing will break down. Nothing weird will happen.
He's such a cohesive thinker. He's just right on that line of everything you want, your leader to be.
Mike, one thing we talked with Ron Rivera yesterday, going back to Cal, by the way, speaking of Cal, we talked with him yesterday, was about whether or not Jerry actually wants to win, whether he can't serve 2 different things in terms of being the most valuable franchise and actually trying to be the one on the field and have that kind of success. What do you think?
It's such a fair question, and for years and years and years I defended him in that way because I know him so well, and I know he's all in. All he cares about is trying to win. He's not distracted like some of these other owners with other things. But I do think it's a fair question in recent years. Look, he's close with Sean Payton. He knows what a great coach Sean Payton is. Mm-hmm. And there were moments 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 4 years ago where Sean Payton was there for the taking. It was known via trade or via what ended up happening. And Jerry decided not to go out and do it. Then I think 2 seasons ago, the 2023 season, if he had fired Mike McCarthy after that Packer game, I don't think anyone in football or on your listeners would have said, that's crazy. I mean, Mike had won a lot of games, but that playoff game was such a debacle, and I know the final score ended up looking okay, but I don't think anyone would have freaked out if he fired Mike McCarthy and tried to get Vrabel or Belichick or whoever. Could have had Shoddy, by the way, then.
That's right.
And, so does he – I've always said all he wants to do is win. Now, not getting Peyton, not getting Vrabel, not trying to get Belichick, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the world we live in. That's what we get to deal with every day. And
so what do you think? I mean,